You've probably been there. Use ChatGPT to write a listing, an email, a caption, maybe your video script, and it spits out something that sounds like a formal press release or maybe a fifth grade book report. It's not wrong, but it's not you. And that's the difference between getting ignored and building that trust. In this video, I'm going to show you how to train ChatGPT to actually sound like you, not a bot, not a template, but your brand, your tone, your voice. So let's make your AI sound more human, specifically sound more like you. So why this matters so much is really real estate is built on trust, know, like, trust. Your clients will not choose you just because you're licensed. They're going to choose you because how you talk, you communicate, how they feel they have built a relation with you, either directly or indirectly. So this is going to include things like your listing descriptions, your email communications, your social media posts, even your text messages. If these things sound more robotic, more stiff, i.e., unlike you, or generic, you could be potentially eroding some of that personal brand you've been working so hard to build. So if you're using AI, you can't just settle for it's okay. You need to reflect the way you would actually talk or write. The good news is you can actually train it. So I'm going to show you some steps in here how you can actually do that. And I think you can do it in roughly about 3 simple steps. First, you're going to have to find content collateral that you can use, things that you have written. Hopefully, things like long form emails to your past clients, a blog that hopefully you have written yourself, or a newsletter you have written yourself, social media campaigns that you have done. I will tell you personally, I'm going to encourage you to also find video that you have done. You can use tools like Otter or other transcription tools if it doesn't have it already built in, where you can take the words and put them into text so tools like ChatGPT can actually gather and understand it. The goal for collecting this content is the ones that sound like you in your tone, your rhythm, your cadence, so to speak. It does not have to be something perfect, but it does have to be real. Now what we're going to do, step 2, is we're going to feed it. We're going to put it into ChatGPT. So we're going to open it up and paste it. So what we're going to do in there is say something along the lines of, I'm going to give you examples of how I communicate, write, talk, whatever. And I want you to analyze it for my tone, my style, vocabulary, and pacing. Once you understand this, I want you to write future content in this same voice. And then either you're going to upload and add the documents, depending on if you are paid or free, or you're just going to copy and paste and put them below. Either way is completely feasible. And once you have done that and you've read what it told you, you're going to write at the end, from now on, when I say write in my voice, use this tone unless I have told you otherwise. ChatGPT will now mirror your structure, your flow, your word choices, even your sentence length. This one move will change everything. So step 3 is actually writing, so it writes in your voice. So now that you've had this voice understood and you have this out of your fruits, your prompts, you are here to get it moving. So here's where people mess up. They write a great prompt, but forget to add themselves back in. So act as a real estate copywriter. Write a listing description for 123 Main Street. Highlight the open space, updated kitchen, the walkability, whatever you guys want to write in there. And then in the end, write in my voice. You just taught AI to act like your assistant, not a robot. Now, I will tell you also in here, one of the things I will say is sometimes I won't write that last sentence right in my voice until after I've read it, because I want to make sure I like what I'm reading first before I tell it to correct what it's saying or the tone it's saying. So sometimes I'll write that as a second step. It's kind of my my prompt starter pack that I use for this stuff. So just something to be aware of. I could also write something like, write a friendly check-in email to seller's home who has been listed for 3 weeks. Again, write in my voice. Instagram, create 3 carousel posts for buyers in a shifting market. Keep it educational, but confident. Write in my voice, right? You can write that in there. Again, sometimes if you've been paying a little bit more and you're paying for the pro version or the upgraded version of some of these AI tools, you can actually put it in the history log back there so it knows to write in your voice. But in case you don't, this is how you're going to get around that. Write a 60-second market update for the month. Include current data for Chicago and speak directly to the sellers in my voice. Now your output is going to feel like you. So when you're actually doing things like video, you don't get so caught up and it doesn't sound like me. You're actually talking and it is you. It's really good to use. So a little tip in here. If you still feel like it's a little off, you can add a little more to it. Less formal, more conversational. Cut back on adjectives. Add a bit of urgency. Use contractions. Or really, you can start saying, put a little more humor into it. Do this, right? You can add that into place and make this sound more like you, but at least you have a starting spot and it will keep growing from there. And then once you have done that, you can say, rewrite this to sound something like I would text a client or whatever. And this will make it happen and make it better. I just want you to remember AI is your collaborator, not your mind reader. So you're going to have to continue to add into the system to make it work for you. Now, I'm going to tell you one of the things that I've done. I've been working on these tools for a long time now. And I love these examples that we've been talking about today. But if you need more and you want more out of it, you're really in luck because I've created an AI prompt starter pack. It's a short little document for realtors. And inside, you're going to find ready-made prompts that will work for you and your voice. So go in there in the description, download that document, and tell me in the comments below how you are using it. Tell me how you are using that prompt or how you've been doing in the past in there. I want to hear it. Also, I want you to be aware that if you are, well, let's just go back. So to end this, if your AI sounds like a robot, it's not broken. You just haven't trained it yet. So start collecting your samples, feed them into ChatGPT. Again, you can remember, if you watch some of my past stuff, you can tell it to keep it all internal so it's not publicizing that information. And I can say, write in my voice. And I can adjust that tone. So this is how you turn AI into a true content assistant, not a clunky copywriter that just doesn't know what it's doing, rather a clunky copy and paster. So if you want to learn how to apply this lead generation and you want to follow up and have lead conversion, that's exactly what I teach inside my 3 C's for Realtors course. Reach out to check that description if you want to go deeper. Now, as I was hinting at earlier, I jumped the gun a little bit. Now, what I want you to do is tell me what content you do most, how you think you might use ChatGPT to sound more like you. Is it listing, emails, is it ads, video scripts? Drop in the comments. I want to see how you're using it. And hopefully this has helped you. And if it has, like, share, hit the bell, and we'll see you at the next one. Let's raise the bar together.